Hello, my name is Hattie Hasan. I am the founder of Stopcox Group Limited and the WIT, Women Installers Together conference that happens every year. Today, I'm talking with Nicola Morris. She is the design engineer for heat pumps for Vaillant, and she came to the event, and we're going to have a chat about that now. So, hello, Nicola, and welcome to this call.
Hi, Hattie. Thank you for having me.
So you came to the event. Now, it's unusual because normally I talk to the people before the event, but you've actually been to the event. So can you just tell everybody what it was like to be there?
In a word, amazing. It really was fantastic to have so many women from different trades, all supporting each other, sharing experiences, showing enthusiasm for everything that we've each been through. And also showing that it's not just one person that's been through it. We've all been through something similar or exactly the same thing, and some worse than others. Some of were saying that they suffered from bullying, which I suppose we've all had some form of bullying at some point. But yeah, it was really good to also learn what resources they pulled from themselves to be able to get through that. And you brought away a hell of a lot of good feeling that the support network is there. So yes, thank you very much for organising it. It's superb.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much exactly what we wanted to achieve on that
Yeah,
this year, because it was. I think there's a lot of things about women being in the industry that they find difficult. There's a lot of difficulties that we have, and I was so uh, really wanted the event not to be about negativity, but about positivity.
yeah,
But you can't be positive uh, on its own. You have to actually recognize where we're all at, don't you? So you
yes, yeah.
recognize where we're at, and then from there you work out what strengths you've got and how you're going to deal with any situation. And I couldn't have been happier about the way we all came together. And one of the biggest issues that came out was that thing about bullying.
Yeah.
And I really believe that we were able to support that particular one person who brought it up, but it meant that it opened the floor.
Yeah.
And did you? I mean, I certainly found that it didn't turn into a moan fest. It actually turned into a really positive way round of supporting people and being able to draw on resources
Yeah.
to cope with those things. Um, so let's just go back to Vaillant, because
Mhm.
obviously it's really important. I don't know if you know this, but Vaillant have been supporting us since day one.
Yes.
When it was just an idea in my head, and I approached Alice Woolley and said, what do you think of this idea? And she gave me a good grilling about it, and in the end said, yeah, we'll support it. And so it's really, really important to me that we get to speak to Vaillant every single year, because frankly, without Vaillant starting helping us, there were a couple of others who have been with us ever since, but Vaillant have been top, you know, almost partnership level support that has been really important to us. So I wonder if we could talk about two things. What value do women bring to Vaillant, and what can Vaillant bring to women? I wonder if we can
Uh,
talk about those two things.
yeah, let's start off with what Vaillant can bring to women. They
Yeah.
are so supportive. They really are. Um, you know, you've got Alice in a very high powered director level job. If if you are prepared to give Vaillant your best, they give you their best, and they're not ones to hold you back because of what you used to be. Even if the cleaner wanted to start stepping up, they'd support her, and as long as you give Valent everything that you can, they will give you all of the support that you need, and the support that you want as well. If you're happy just going along as you are, they're fine. That's not a problem. But they are so supportive. They don't see it as a male or female industry. They see it as a whole heating industry, and they recognize that women can think outside the box as well. And men can sometimes be rail tracks, and I've always done it this way. It's always worked. Whereas women go, yeah, it's always worked, but could we do it slightly better this way? And they'll allow us to, or allow anybody to go and investigate and do it. It doesn't matter about gender. They're just absolutely fantastic as employees. Employers, but they support the employees so much. It's great. And I've been with Vaillant for 2 years and I've never been happier. I've never had a company support me as much as this. And the like I say, the women, you've spoken to Laura from training. She's in a very good job. You met Becky Carter as well when we were at the event. Again, line managers, they don't differentiate just because of your sex. They push. They allow
I've
you to grow.
also spoken to engineers.
Yes.
You know.
Also we've got the first female apprentice on our apprenticeship courses, Emily Vass or Voss. I always, apologies if I get her surname wrong, but she's absolutely loving it. She's conscious that it's a male-dominated environment, but again, Vaillant are supporting her, getting her through her apprenticeship, and she'll have qualifications to be able to fly as high as she wants to go.
Yeah, I mean that's the sort of company that we want to work with.
I think everybody wants to work for Vaillant.
Yeah,
They
well,
need to. They are really superb, and Vaillant believe in what you're doing because you're the only ones that support and promote women in installers or in trade, in any trade. So they support that, and they want to keep supporting that with you because we need to get more women into the industries.
That's music to my ears.
Yeah.
That really is, because we have to the industry has to evolve, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
It just has to evolve, and I think that with organizations like yourselves and like us working together, it's not to push, as some people might say, push it down people's throats. We're not doing that. All we're doing is we're elevating those people so that each other, so that we can see that this is a place for you to go where you would be welcomed and safe. Yeah. And not only that, but supported in a way that means that you can thrive. And I think that for many years, the industry has actually not been very supportive of the people in it.
And it didn't matter whether you're a male, female, or what, how old you were, whether you were just coming in or just finishing. It didn't matter because the heating industry was just get the boiler in, get the radiators in, get it commissioned, get out. And there was no support for the fact that the engineers were doing long hours, whereas now there's a lot more support with regards to mental health, getting women and the diversity into the sectors as well. So it's everybody's mindset has changing, thankfully.
I think it's really important to focus not just on the work, but on the people doing the work.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that is a unique perspective that women bring.
Yeah, because we can compartmentalize as well. So we can say, yep, that's work. So shut that door. Thank you very much. I've got out the van, slam the door, leave it there. Right, family life, home life, and being able to do that. And sometimes it is difficult to switch off, especially when we're women in the male industry. And there was a slide that you did at the event, which was the imposter syndrome, and that resonated so powerfully for me because I'm always trying to do it. I'm always trying to do everything. I'm trying to do it on my own. I don't ask for help, and then I have the doubts of, can I actually do this? But being able to have the support network, like you say, people in the industry that are looking at the human rather than the job, and that's where you come into it, and you do such a fantastic job. So thank you.
I'm going to start blushing in a minute. So I think that, well, like I said, it's music to my ears that Vaillant is going to keep supporting us, because one of our main goals actually this year is to try and cement some of our relationships. You know, you can't take things for granted, and so that's one of the things that we want to do, but not only with, obviously with you, but with all of our sponsors, and getting new ones on. So you're a sponsor. What can you say to other people who we might approach as to why the WIT event is a good thing to support?
You create a trusting community and everybody learns from each other. You are great insofar as we get advertising insofar as all of this, which is wonderful, which will help get revenue in for the different companies. We have so many incredible women in industries. We need to promote them. If those companies can get onto you and to be supporting you with the WIT, then they're onto a winner, because the women in the industries will see them, know that they support women, and be more inclined to go and join their team and grow their business as well, because the women will just add to the strength of their company. And so, yeah, we're proudly supporting the installers, and that's what they should be doing as well.
And oh, I had a burning question, but it's thrown out of my brain. It was to do with the future of, why is it important? That's it. Why is it important? I know we've talked about, you know, the supporter community and all of this, but why is it important that other companies, that industry, our industry, opens its doors and welcomes women? Why is it important for that? I mean, I know we're half the population, and I do keep banging on about it, but I wonder what you think.
Diversity. As we said, women bring a completely different way of thinking into a business, and it doesn't matter if they're admin or if they're in a more technical role doing heat pump designs or installing. We just adds another angle to it. It adds more power to the company. It may not be in a directly recognizable, but you can have an older lady. She doesn't want a young gentleman coming into a house to do carpentry or something. She feels more comfortable with a woman. That could be a job that company could have lost because they hadn't got a woman to go in and do the support. You know, and to just diversify and encourage women to come into it will strengthen absolutely so many different parts of their business, and the industry as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think that when you want to reflect, to back to society, you need to have a representative of everybody
Yeah,
that you're trying to deal with. So if you're trying to attract a particular sector of society, then you need to show that you've got that within your team.
yeah,
Otherwise,
you're accepting of that
yeah,
sector. So
yeah,
yes, you can deal with them on a more level, equal playing field, I
yeah,
suppose.
and
Is
you've got that perspective, haven't you, from that
Mhm.
market sector?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, so yeah, let's just hope that when we get this video out, that all those potential sponsors out there are going to just flock to us, because our event is growing, and as you saw, I think we might have just another year, maybe two, in that venue,
You
and then
might be at the NEC
then
Hall at
we'll
the
have
same
outgrown
time.
it. Yeah, then we'll have outgrown that venue, and that will be our one, two, three, that'll be our third venue that we've outgrown.
That's what
So
you want, though. That's encouraging that every year it's growing
it
year
is
on year.
growing. Yeah, I mean, it shrunk a
Fantastic.
little bit during COVID. Obviously, the first year back after COVID, we were a little bit worried, but you know,
It's
we've
come
come
back
back
stronger.
full strength. Yeah, full strength, if not stronger. So yeah, right. So I'm gonna call our conversation to a halt and say thank you
Okay,
so much for talking with me today, and I look forward to seeing you at the next event. And
definitely.
I hope you have a fantastic year. And thank you very, very much.
Thank you for having me.